honestly believe that there's 3 things you need to do in order to get jobs in PR. 1 is professional networking. 2 is internships. And 3 is your portfolio. What a better place to get advice on all these issues than the PRSA Student Day. We didn't bring 2 or 3 or 5 students like some colleges. We brought 25 students. 1/3 of the students at that event were from BW. That's how much we care about professional networking. That's how much we know that PRSA Student Day is valuable. I encourage all colleges to do what we do. But most importantly, I encourage all BW students in PR, marketing, advertising to go to this event. It really matters. Employers do not want to hire somebody unless they have experience. So how do you get experience before your first job? The answer is internships. That's why we encourage that for our students. That's why it's encouraged at PRSA. And I encourage everybody to do as many internships as you can.
I got really lucky with all my internships. When I was a freshman, I started off with an event planning company with Shishi Events. And I was basically just her assistant. I helped her plan events, went to client meetings, did a couple of events myself. And it was just a great experience. You just get put in situations where you have to figure out a problem, and it's the perfect situation to realize what you like and what you don't like about that specific job. Nonprofits are great to get internships at just because you get to wear a lot of hats. I got to learn just little things like how to fax things and how to talk properly on the phone, to getting into contact with doctors, all the way to a lot of event planning for the events and asking for donations. So even though I wasn't sure if I wanted to do nonprofit, I got to learn a lot of different things.
At PRSA Student Day, the students have an awesome opportunity to really get advice from a professional about interviewing.
When I went to PRSA Student Day, a professional named Laurel Mitchell came in to speak with us about interviewing. And what stuck with me the most was to just practice in front of a mirror just so you can see yourself and what you're saying. Also, instead of talking about yourself, just get to know more about their organization by asking questions.
I really liked how they told us how to prepare for interviews, what we should say, what we should do with our cover letters and everything.
So I've definitely highly stressed doing internships. It's going to be really important when you go into an interview, and they can touch on your different experiences, and that's exactly what you want them to do, because if you have a lot of experience, they won't ask you hard questions. They'll ask right about your experience, and then the interview will go just better than you ever thought it would go.
All students have to think, the first thing that a business is going to see about you is your social media, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, other forms of social media. To create an online experience, to be able to market yourself. This was a topic that was covered at PRSA Student Day that students thought was phenomenal.
At PRSA Student Day, I learned the importance to utilize social media like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to show yourself in the best light.
Professional networking is an opportunity that you get at PRSA Student Day in so many different forms. You can go and talk to the professionals about it. You can see the people after their panels. You can connect with the professionals that are reviewing your resume. And of course, they had a panel that talked about the importance of professional networking. I rarely have a student get a job unless it's through some type of network. It's super important to learn how to do professional networking. Not only to get a job, but once you're in PR, that's what PR people do. They network with each other to make sure programs work.
In order to network, you have to be truthful, not only on your resume, but know yourself as a person.
PRSA Day, they stress the importance of networking for the purposes of meeting new people. It's about who you know, not what you know. So it's very important that you keep your network and communicate with them all the time and make sure that you keep in touch and keep good relations. And it's also important to use your contacts correctly, like ask them who else they know, what kind of information they can give you, and just use them to the best of their ability and make sure they know that you're truly interested in the field and succeeding.
The only way you're going to be successful is to market yourself.
They also had a review of the students' resumes, in which professionals were there giving the students feedback.
For resumes, I was one of the lucky ones to meet with Lori Mitchell, and she taught me the importance of basically for your internship experiences to make that the top of your resume. And also, the bigger your name, the bigger your ego, so make sure you make that font a normal size.
The value of attending this event was learning to communicate with the professionals and make sure that you leave a good impression on them, because you never know when you're going to meet with them again.
I encourage all students at BW, whether you're a business major or communication, we have a lot of students. I encourage everybody to go to PRSA Student Day, and I encourage other colleges to think we should be sending 20, 25 students. It's such an important event. Everybody should be sending as many people there as possible.